personally does not approve. In my case, at this meeting in particular, was a discussion of the open meeting laws of which he and other two selectmen refused to comply to. This is most evident by the many complaints I have filed, resulting in unanimous vote of no wrongdoing by the select board every time. Cure: Steve Barrett to address and discuss this issue and announce at a special meeting that he does not condone ridicule and insults directed towards residents while they make public comments at meetings. This is not an isolated incident and has been going on for years. I have been attending these meetings every month for 5 years. My initial inspiration to attend these meetings and get involved occurred at my first meeting, November 2015. A resident raised his hand respectfully to be heard. Steve Barrett told him in an angry, loud tone, "Shut up, Ernest, just shut up," repeatedly. Ernest Shawkat was not allowed to speak. Ernest is a respected member of this community who owns multiple rental units in Newport Center and pays a considerable amount of taxes. This also my very first time I have ever filed an OML complaint on this very issue years ago. The select board denied this ever happened. Unanimous vote of no wrongdoing was voted. Since the complaint, I never heard Steve Barrett tell anyone to shut up. He now does this in more subtle ways by using refined subterfuge tactics as aforementioned. Closing this complaint, I would like to quote adage I have seen in the past: democracy is freedom, but democracy is not free. The principles have to be maintained, which means you have to challenge the individuals who chose violent or constitutional rights. This I chose to do. Barry Shahagan.
Excellent. Thank you. I need a motion to act upon this.
I get to speak, right?
Yep, just let's get the motion on the floor.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, I'll second the motion.
What was the motion?
To talk about this issue.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded. Barry.
Yes. As I expected, you deny it. But I must tell you that if it happens again, you'll be back here again at 7:30. I will file a complaint every time this happens. So you may think about it, Steve. You may think of bringing the meeting to order when people act out of line, which I believe acting like a buffoon, being called an idiot, is out of line. And so, no problem. You want to come back again? Ignore it the next time. And by the way, Rick back there, you could do something too. You are a select man. You have the same powers as Steve with the exception of arranging these meetings. You've never ever done anything. You approve of it. Would you like to be insulted and ridiculed? How would you feel? Think about that. So anyway, I'm not going to let that go. I'm not going to argue with you people anymore. That subsequent meeting where you were going to mute me, you will be muted and thrown off the meeting. That was it for me. From now on, you want to play hardball with the laws? You are the select man chair, and you have the right to do that. I am a resident. I am a citizen of the United States, and if I feel, and the law is, if my rights have been violated, I have the right to file a complaint and bring you to a meeting like this to make a discussion. You can say, we didn't do anything, but it's not up to you. It's up to the resident. Furthermore, there's more to this than just going to court and battling it out. Since none of you have studied the law, that might be a good idea for Rick Goslin. I would imagine, Rick Goslin, 40 years as a law enforcement, you might be interested in learning the laws and the implications of it. You know what I mean? But, I gotta be honest with you, Rick. I'm not trying to insult you, but you don't do the job. As far as I can see, you're just here to agree with everything and second motions by Steve. you do have the right. You have the same rights. He is not your employer. I don't know why you would let him treat you like your employer after 40 years of being an employer. You have your own right, your own mind, but you choose to take the easy way out and just. So does Jerry Waterman. Same thing. I'm not happy with that kind of thing, and I have the right. I have the right. You are a selectman, and your job is to serve the people. So I have a right to make this observation. I'm not trying to insult you. Perhaps trying to make you, inspire you to take the job seriously and dig into your own chest whether you think, all these laws are, like we just deny it. I should be punished and ridiculed. You know what I mean? And this is okay. You can ridicule Barry because he hasn't been a good boy. He's misbehaving. I don't buy that. I go strictly by the Constitution and the laws. And from now on, I'm going to be more strict than ever because of that muting thing. That was the end of the line for me. So if you want to go into the meeting and someone comes in and starts laughing, I won't say a word. I'll just send a complaint and we'll be going back there the next time. And, I don't care, if you want to start a hate campaign, I'm just keep disturbing you. These are laws. And now I'll give you one more thing. If you can do this to me, you can do this to someone else in this town that decides they want to be involved and have a voice in our small community. You will do the same thing because you're setting a policy that we ridicule people when we don't like what they say, when we don't want to answer their questions. This is a policy. That's what you just voted on, Rick. And you created a policy where people that come in and try to exercise their constitutional rights should be ridiculed and insulted. I second the motion. Good for you. Be a man, Rick, and do the job right and think what's in your heart. Because I think you're a good man, but I think you've been manipulated into thinking that you have to agree with everything. You know what I mean? And anyway, I'll finalize this. I'm gonna be. I have been promoting people to run for selectmen. And when your time comes, I guarantee, Rick, I will get someone to run against you. That's not being negative. So maybe if you really like the job, you could take it more serious. That's all I say. I think you could do a good job. I've seen a little inkling of it now and then when you spoke up about things, and you could take that with a grain of salt. I'm not trying to insult you, trying to inspire you. I don't think it's possible, but I give it a shot. So anyway, now, I'm done. I'm done with this. You said no wrongdoing. So every time, if this your new protege, what is his name? The new guy that's coming in, Eldred. No, I don't know his name. He was here last time. He smells so much as smirks. I'll file a complaint. I'm not going through this ridicule ever again. I just simply file a complaint. Come back here at 7:30 in the morning. I don't know why you schedule it so early. I have this notion that you schedule early so it'll irritate everybody. So so they'll engage in whatever assaults against me with ridicule and everything. But that's all right. I'm going straight by the law. I don't care. I don't care if you wave your arms around and shake your head like you're disgusted. That's that's just more an extension of the clown act that everyone's adopted. So anyway, that's it. I mean, I'm going to be filing complaints for every non-compliance issue because the people of this town, as well as I, deserve our rights and deserve them. And I'm not going to let you cheat us out of it. So you can do your, you can handle money without anyone knowing what's going on or whatever else you're doing. And everyone and the rest, two other select boards, strangely just go along with it. That's what a good old boy system is. So that's all I have to say. And until the next complaint, which is going to be shortly, we still have some issues that we have to discuss. And the least I can do is get you here, call you out, and put this on the record. I know you're going to deny everything. Anyway, I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you, Barry. Jerry Waterman read the alleged open meeting law violation, and we made a motion to have Barry speak, and he did. I will now make a motion that no wrongdoing occurred.
I'll second it.
There's been a second to the motion. Discussion has occurred. Is there any further discussion on the select board's part? Hearing none. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, no. Ayes have it. Motion carries. Any unfinished or new business to come before the board at this time?
I have none.
I have none.
Okay. And we don't need an executive session for anything. I'll make motion that we adjourn.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made and seconded to adjourn. Very good. And wish everybody to have a Merry Christmas and thank you for attending.
Merry